I'm here with Clive Wickham, the Chief Operating Officer at Taylor. With cost control arguably being the biggest failing in the sector, we're going to be talking about financial health and how crucial it is for Taylor clients. Clive, nice to talk to you.
Good afternoon, Tom.
You actually spin two plates at Taylor, the Chief Operating Officer and the Chief Financial Officer as well. A very big task. How do you approach cost control?
Well, Tom, I've been in the industry many decades now, and I must say it's not as simple as it sort of sounds, the old cost control. It all comes down to sort of a lot of attitude, treating things as if it was your own money. You know, everything's based around a budget. You know, and you've got to understand the concepts of commitments and forecasts, and, you know, there's a lot to it. It sort of sounds simple, but it's not.
Where do you start?
Yeah, I think it sort of comes down to, you know, even before we win a project, it comes down to the pricing the project, fully understanding what are on the documents, what do we need to include in the project cost, such that either a Taylor, as we win the job, or the client gets no surprises down the track. So a lot of deep thinking and analysis of what's on the drawings and what's not on the drawings sometimes.
So how do you equip the teams to make sure that they're appropriately equipped so they know what they're pricing out?
We find that mentoring and training along the way makes a big difference. So we like to put everyone through each section of the business.
So do you think it's important in the cadet program that everybody gets a taste for everything that's going on and they find the right lane, so to speak?
Yeah, I think it's crucial. And even those that think, you know, some want to just be a project manager. Well, you've got to sort of cut your teeth along the way. And I think by having a stint in areas that you may not want to sort of stick with, but by the time you get to project manager, you actually understand everything that makes up the process and how it all flows.
Because it'll make you better at your job, right?
Yeah, and you have a better appreciation for what others do in the chain.
What sort of advice, Clive, would you give to somebody who's looking to start their career in the construction sector?
I think just be patient, expect. I try and tell our young ones to just take their time, understand how it works, pick the right mentors within the business that you can relate to, and, you know, I'm always open to discussions with anyone that would like to talk to me about certain questions they might have about the business. Communicating.
This is crucial from team to team, right?
Oh, most definitely. So, you know, we have a situation where things might go wrong on one project that we can, we certainly make sure that the lessons learned are passed on along the way. And so that every job's different, but fundamentally there are things that are similar. And so we believe that we tackle that pretty well. And we have a rigorous process monthly that we go through, and that gives the opportunity for people to understand where I'm coming from a COO and CFO sort of type perspective. I'd like to sort of see that they treat the money like it's their own.
Yeah.
That way there's a drive and hunger in the person as if it was their own money, their own business. Because arguably some of these people ultimately will run a project that is the size of some companies, you know, little businesses.
What has been the strategy to ensure financial stability over those years? What's your key element to success?
The strategy early on was to work with clients that we could build genuine relationships with and trust. It was important for us that they obviously were strong financially themselves. That sort of allowed us year on year to increase the strength of our balance sheet, and that gives confidence to our clients and new clients that, you know, we're capable of very good project delivery.
Well, you're doing a marvellous job. Thanks so much for your chat.
Thank you, Tom.